unnecessary emotional labor that I already have to take on a daily basis. Just...
It's only me. I'm the only one with issues and problems. No one else has the problems I have, so you've all got to bend to my will.
Let's talk about facts.
If you want to have intellectual discussions.
Spiritually oriented, a beautiful farm.
Who you are beyond the personality.
I'm a human being, same as you.
Be who you are.
But to answer your question,
What is really going on? And let's get into this.
And what is happening, Wirgo Warriors? Welcome to the wonderful world of Wirgo, the place where we ask what is really going on. And today we're asking what's going on with pronouns. Now this is something I've got to learn. Not necessarily, but what it's all about. I don't fully understand it all. For those who don't know me, I have some neurological learning difficulties, and this is causing me so much grief trying to figure all this out. So I need your help. So what I'm going to do is watch some TikToks, see what people say, give my honest opinions and comments on there. But I could be 100% wrong, guys. I don't know. This is an educational thing for me, so I do need help. I do need help with this. So give me your opinions down there. If you are somebody who's really high-strung on pronouns and things, of course, give me some advice. Tell me where I'm going wrong. If you're coming from a place of narcissism, bye. Don't care. I can't deal with that at this moment. I can help you, but I just see you as the ill one. But if you can generally help me and show me, by all means, leave a comment below. Trolls are cool. I don't mind people being trolled, but anybody who's negative comments is just going to be seen as a troll, and I'm going to make a little bit of a joke with you because I think you're joking with me. I'm not going to be able to take you seriously. So we're going to hit some of these guys and just see what people say. I may flick through them. I don't know. Just get on with this and see what happens. Okay.
What a weird thing for you. Oh, I just used a pronoun. I must be an entitled, narcissistic crybaby with daddy issues. Everyone uses pronouns, you dummy. You might need to go pick...
Right away there. Everyone uses pronouns. He just said everyone. And then you're the dummy. I'm sorry, sir. I'm ill-educated, but you are ill-educated if you think everyone uses pronouns. No, they don't. It's because everyone in his world uses pronouns, so he assumes everybody in his world is everyone in the world. Yeah, and, entitled narcissistic crybabies. Bit harsh, but close, I would say, but let's go.
Pick up an English textbook and actually learn what pronouns are and who uses them.
See, English textbook, but that's everybody. Everybody's English, apparently.
Spoiler alert, we all do. What does it matter what someone refers to themselves as, whether it's he, her?
The same way it matters about what you want me to refer to you as. It shouldn't matter what you refer yourself as or what other people refer to you as. That shouldn't matter, none of it. He's kind of right. I agree with him, but I guarantee he cares about what he refers to himself as, but he also cares what you refer to him as, and that's where the narcissistic part comes in. And the fact that the way he's using his tones, his face, the way he's mocking, this is narcissism. You're trying to control people with their emotions, not their critical thinking.
Him, they, we. What does it matter to you? How does that affect your everyday life?
Because I don't fully understand it. I was educated one way, 42 years. You ever played the yes-no game? Play the yes-no game, the gong game, some people call it as well, yeah? And watch how many times you say yes or no. But you're not allowed to say yes or no. So it's in the same way. If I've been brought up to see somebody who's dressed as a man, the man being the role, and of course, man is the role of a male. Because it was designed that way. We created a language like that. You're just changing language now, and it's confusing. And if you teach my children this language, they're not going to be able to communicate with their father or their family as well, because we don't understand it. And it's like saying you get yourself re-educated because we want you to. That's narcissism, surely, isn't it?
Life.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Do you think that pronouns just randomly pop up in nature? No, they are part of human language in our society.
Correct. Therefore, they're made up. And I was taught one language, but now another language. It's like me trying to say, I'm German, you will speak German. How hard is it to just learn German? It's like, it's difficult for me. I have learning difficulties. This is difficult for me, very difficult for me. That's why I'm trying to learn.
They don't actually exist in reality except in our minds. Anyone can refer to themselves as anything that they feel is internalized in their mind.
That's true, but then when you do that, we haven't got a unified language and understanding then. It's more individual, and then that's where things like problems just...
If someone says, I identify as a he, and they were born a female, they're a he. That's how that works.
No, we have a dictionary to define words, and a dictionary to define the word for so many, maybe hundreds of years, as a male. So when I say a male, I say he. When I say a female, I say she. I didn't choose that. Well, actually, I don't. I mean, I have been programmed that way, but I'm trying just to call people by names. This is the most confusing thing I've had in a long time for me. People go, oh, it's confusing. I don't know. Speak to my doctor. Ask him why my autistic mind works things out differently to you. I don't live in this world that you've created. I don't like the binary male and female, by the way. I want a trinity. I want something in between, and I thought we had that, which was gay or queer, which was great. And now there's got to be like 90 plus. It's too much. I can't do it. It's too much. It confuses me and creates illness in me.
They identify with society's standards of what it means to be a him. But I know this is probably way over your head, because I'm sure you think education is left-wing indoctrination and wokeness.
Education? No, education is rationalized, so you can rationalize it, but you're pushing it, so it's not education. You've changed your indoctrination into an education. It's not. It is indoctrination, although I wouldn't say left-wing. I think there's this indoctrination across the board. Guys, the difference between education and indoctrination is simply this. Education is you can learn, and together you can ask questions, you can challenge things. Indoctrination, you can't do that. You're not allowed. You have to listen, shut up, listen, and obey. That's indoctrination, and that's generally what this gentleman seems to be saying.
But doesn't change it from being true, because facts don't care about your feelings.
What facts? He didn't give us any facts. Did he give us facts then? What facts did he give? I'm going to have to watch that again. I didn't hear any... What?
You have the day you deserve.
I don't understand what is so hard about correcting other people when they misgender other.
That's right. There is nothing incorrect about correcting people who misgender you if you go in by a different role. But it's the way in which you correct people. If you have an emotional tantrum or you try to narcissistically abuse somebody, it'll trigger something in them, and then they will react to you in a certain way. That's the way the world has been teaching us. You just watch cartoons. Watch 90s, 80s, even noughties, 2010. God, I'm showing my age here. All of this is indoctrination. It's been showing us a way to live, and now what they do is they'll flip it on its head. In 20 years' time, they're just going to flip things again. You just new to all this, I guess. I don't know. Let's have a look.
Like, it takes you like 2 seconds, but you know what it takes for me to have to constantly do that? A lot of
Wait a minute. Why does it take you 2 seconds when it takes you a lot? Maybe it takes me more than 2 seconds. Maybe it takes me a lot. You see this? This is selfishness. Narcissism. They're only thinking about herself. Is it her? I hope it's a her. I'm... Oh, God. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't spoken to this individual. I don't know their name either. I can't see. I'm not going to.
unnecessary emotional labor that I already have to take on a daily basis just...
It's only me. I'm the only one with issues and problems. No one else has the problems I have, so you've all got to bend to my will. You see the narcissism in me? We all have it.
Still exist and be who I am.
Well, what about the way I exist? And can I be the way I am? No. I got to bend to your will. Okay.
But you don't have the energy to speak up and say something on my...
No, I don't have it. Neither, like you don't have it, I don't have it.
my behalf. And I I just have to keep white knuckling this?
No, you can stop allowing your emotions to control you. No, I'll show my empathetic side. You're a very ill individual because you allow your emotions to control you. You don't know how to critically think or to allow yourself to think bigger than you feel. You need to be able to do that, because if you can't, then you're going to have great issues with things. You need to be able to do both ways, by the way. These poor individuals are stuck in an illness. And yet, if I was with you, I would help you. But not in the way you want to be helped. I'd help you in the way that you needed to be helped.
Today I'm going to be teaching you how to use Shark's pronouns and sentences, so let's go! Shark's pronouns are neopronouns.
No.
This individual, she looks like a child, not an adult. So to me, there's an illness there that she's stuck in child form. And I get that. I feel for the lovely lady. But this is coming from someone who's gay.
No. This is coming from someone who's gay. This is going to be so problematic, but I'm going to explain why.
Today I'm going to be teaching you how to use flowers, pronouns, and sentences. I'll be teaching you how to use...
This individual is dressed in a way to attract your children. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is... My son would be like to this. He's only 4, but she's dressed in a way so... This isn't appealing to adults. Adults aren't going to watch it and go, "Oh, we got to watch this. She looks like a clown with glitzy and glam and colours." No, adults, as we become adults, our eyes adapt. We don't see the world cartoony anymore like we did when we was children. You've probably even forgotten where I remember how I used to see the world as a child, but most people have forgotten. I know because they're asking questions and they're like, "What are you talking about?" Anyway.
Wolf's pronouns and sentences, so let's go! Today I'm going to be teaching you how to use Paint's pronouns and sentences.
I'm sorry. Can't do it. It's probably the same thing. I'm sorry if that gentleman, he had something nice to say. He probably did. I can't do it. Sorry. No.
It's ridiculous. Jesus never introduced himself using pronouns. John 18 verse 6, Jesus said, "I am he."
What? This is the kind of individual who believes Jesus was white. As in white melanin. He didn't speak English. Your books just tell... Oh, she even got me calling Jesus a he. But, I mean, I don't even believe any of this. I'm talking from their religion, how they perceive their religion. I was indoctrinated with all this rubbish as well. And it is rubbish. Whenever I talk to Christians, they walk away. Do you know why? Because I can talk about the Bible like it's real. I can show them the mathematical sense in it all, and they hate it. Because I make them sound like silly little children reading a bedtime story, and me sound like an intelligent individual who's explaining the Bible exactly how it's meant to. The Bible is the world tutor. There are many world tutors, all of them obsolete now, and there will be another one coming. I know, because I've been sent you to create it.
My pronouns are a little bit too complicated to fit in my bio, so...
Even the person making up these pronouns is admitting they're complicated for them. How is someone like me supposed to understand it? Just can't.
I was just going to leave them out.
Oh, it's Ben Shapiro.
But I've decided to make a video about it. Pronoun?
I don't know what it is with Ben's voice. He just makes me giggle every time. Ben, I love you. It's just something inside me. Gotta work it out. It's obviously... I hope you won't take offense.
The ones that I use are they, them, she, her, and clown, self.
One, okay.
I prefer a mix.
Don't laugh, Carl. It's wrong. Wrong? What's wrong? You know what I mean. It's a very warped mind to call yourself a clown self, but knowing what everybody believes clowns are.
Mixture of those. But I do know that some people have a really hard time mixing different pronouns together, and if that is something you really struggle with, I would prefer that you not exclusively use she, her.
I can't, no. Let's move through that. Sorry, I can't.
Today I'm going to be teaching you how to use princess pronouns and sentences, so let's go!
I now identify as Doc.
How did she get back on my screen? Oh! No. Who's lining these up?
High Majesty, or Your Lordship. Look, I really don't care what you want to call yourself or how you want to behave, but this is just getting ridiculous. And she's got a lot of videos saying like you can identify as a shark, which has got me really confused because I'm curious how people identify as sharks.
Again, like someone's explained, it's all in their minds. It's imagination. They're trying to create an imaginary world of colours and rainbows for children. Children are easier to be enslaved than adults. But the world, to me, is 90% children. Very, very few adults in this world, because a child is very unreasonable in most cases. When you can start reasoning with a child, they're coming into adulthood and then eventually become adult. And the big difference between a child and an adult for me is a child is very difficult to say no to things. I mean, an adult can say no to things. An adult can look at a temptation and go, no. Children find that very, very, very difficult.
And she's got another one where she says you can identify as a flower.
It's not the fact that he's making fun of it. It's just the joking satire of it. You know, it can be humorous. Next.
I've been out since 1985.
Eddie Lizard.
So it's 37 years. I don't know how much
his name's not Lizard, guys. It's just a joke, okay?
notice they need about this. Maybe 38 years? Is that going to make the difference?
By the way, transphobic people, if it is truly a phobia, then it's an illness. You should not be mocking, shaming them, or putting them down. You should be supportive that they find you frightening. I mean, spiders aren't going around, screaming at people. Oi, pick me up! No, I'm scared. You're a arachnophobic person! Shame him! No, I mean, it's a phobia if it's truly a phobia, but I don't know.
But I just say to people who are being transphobic and
no such thing as transphobic, guys, in the sense of hatred. If there is truly a transphobic people, then they're just scared of you, like they would be scared of clowns or anything, because they don't understand it or they've had bad experiences. That's okay, but people shaming them is making things worse and ill. If you're shaming transphobic people, whatever, you need to go check yourself. This is not correct. This is a mental health disorder if you're shaming people for having a phobia. You can't help a phobia. Otherwise, go tell people who are scared of clowns and scared of spiders. Chuck spiders at them. Shut up, you shouldn't be scared of spiders. It's a phobia.
And being nasty towards me, join the 21st century. Trans people have been around, as have gay and lesbian people have been around since the dawn of time. We're
not talking about gay and lesbian people, though, are we? We're not. Is this a straw man here he's doing?
Just been allowed.
She. Wait a minute. Is this? I'm confused. I'm sorry.
Allowed to say this, and surely being honest about what's inside yourself, coming forward and doing that. And I've done that since almost 4 decades now.
Be honest with what's inside yourself. I suppose self is a mental projection. So yes. Yeah, I suppose, what's inside yourself, being honest with what's inside yourself. But yourself is an imaginary thing! So be honest with what's in your imagination. Maybe I'm wrong. Point it out, guys. I'm not trying... Obviously, I've got to do the show.
That's good. That's good for young trans people who are thinking, I'm scared of coming out, but there's...
Wait a minute, it's okay for trans people to be scared, but not for other people to be scared of... It's not computing.
Eddie doing that, hopefully that's a positive thing. Some people see it as a negative thing, but I think it's a small minority, but who are shouting very loudly. So it's more of a duck's bag. I will just soldier on, and people have shouted at me in the streets, hurled abuse at me in the streets, fought me with fists in the streets, and
Where do you live? Where is it? This isn't happening around you. Of course, I have a friend who is now Jess. Her dead name was Chris. I think I'm getting dead name right now. Learning. And yes, he had some backlash. Not necessarily in the streets, but people would slyly attack his cars and things like that, I believe. I believe that was the story that she told us. And it was awful. Still a human being, guys. Human beings are trapped in a mental state that they believe there's something else other than what they are. And I don't mean believe they're a man or a woman. I don't care about that. Call yourself a woman, I don't care. It's a mental projection, but people actually start believing that the male body needs to be altered into a female body to feel better about themselves. Now that's an illness. That to me is illness. That's like somebody cutting off their fingers because they don't want fingers. I wouldn't do it. I mean, I don't understand it. To me that is an illness, but I could be wrong. Just show me I'm wrong. I'd change my mind.
I got through all that, and I'll keep going.
That's my advice to most people, guys. Get through it and keep going. But you've really got to get over this idea of good and evil in people. And a phobia is not a bad thing or a negative thing, should I say. It's just something that needs to be addressed and looked at. And if doctors can do it, then brilliant. But if they're not doing, maybe they don't see it as an issue. Maybe they don't see it as a phobia. I don't know. But where are the doctors saying, why are we worrying about this? Why isn't this being put somewhere for us all to understand it? Why? I don't know. Tell us what you think, guys. Wirgo, what it is, and until next time, harmony. And what is happening, Wirgo, what is, and welcome to the start again.